Welcome to another episode of Law Dog Corvette. Here we have the wiper switch and washer switch on a 1974 Corvette. This one is going to sit right below your dashboard and above your center console, which basically sits right here. It also includes the air conditioner vents. This one's a little beat up, so we're going to take this one apart and then we're going to talk about this switch right here. So taking it apart is pretty easy. Just going to grab 1/4. Alright, this should slip out just like this. Alright, we're going to clean this one up. Maybe put a little oil right here on this, and maybe even, that one looks like it got bent out a little bit, so we'll bend that back in. So that'll be an easy little clean. That's just soap and water. This is the back of the vents, and the same thing. We're just going to make sure we clean these up. A little soap and water, and maybe a touch bit of paint on those. And then you're almost all done. Now we're just going to remove this switch back here. Alright, this one needed a wrench because it's too tight to get in there with the socket. Alright, so once you remove those screws, you got to get this cap off, and it just pops right off. There's like a little ledge in there, and then you have this piece. And this is your switch. Now, of course, we'll clean this up, being careful not to get any paint on these, because there's a light that goes right here that will shine and light up the wiper and the washer sign. So we'll clean that up as well. But this is the most important part of the situation, and that is this little switch. And it's got several positions. It has off, it has on 1, on 2, and then if you push it in, it controls the wipers. Or I'm sorry, it controls the windshield wiper fluid. So off, and if you push it in, it automatically goes to 1, and the wipers come on and the fluid comes on. Or if you go to 2 and the wipers are on and 2 or high and the fluid is on. And so you have to think about what's going on these connections, and I've got a little diagram here that will help us out. And so here is and so you've got your dark blue wire is right here, and the dark blue wire is going to control your washer pump. So when you push it in, that's going to activate, close this circuit, and the washer pump is going to activate. When you are in the 1 position or the 2 position, 1 or 2, it's going to activate this wire, and this is the light blue wire. And the light blue wire is going to come up here to your washer motor, and basically it's going to act as like a relay. You can see main power basically from the battery, and this represented in this yellow wire, is going to go to the pump and the windshield wiper motor. And of course that's grounded. But however, in order to get the power to the motor, it's got to travel through this light blue wire, and which is also grounded. And what this light blue wire is going to tell it is the speed. So either low or high. And we can demonstrate that with just a little test. And so we know that ground is in the center, and we also know that the windshield wiper motor is here, and then we just hook up. So if we did that right, that means that bulb should turn on at 1. And then to test whether or not the washer is correctly, if I push it in, it should come on, in, on. Alright, so this switch is a good switch. We will clean this up. And our next video, or a future video, we'll look at the windshield wiper motor and make sure that operates correctly before we install it in the car. Alright, so this is your switch, and that's your motor. Basically, your ground is your center. Operate the windshield wiper fluid is here, and then operate the windshield wipers themselves, the motor is here. Thanks for watching. If you like the explanations of what we're doing, the more detailed parts of a 1974 Corvette, please subscribe and like. Thank you very much.